Where else could you have Elysian Park as your playground, the LA River as your swimming hole, and then come home and see your mother hovering over a wood stove making fresh tortillas for you? Yeah. You know, those are memories you'll never forget as long as you live.
And growing food. So there, I don't think there was a house that didn't have calabacitas, tomates, chiles, and a number of other vegetables that we didn't go to the store and buy a lot of that stuff because we grew it ourselves. What? Oh, elote. All of those were staples that you would go and pull. And if one neighbor had a lot, we would share all of that. And like one of the things that I remember, and that's why what Frank is doing, Frank Costello that didn't come, I remember walking up and down those streets and there were these big cans. I don't know if they used to get frijoles or flour or something in them, but afterwards, rosas, beautiful flowers, parakeets. It wasn't just a Shangri-La because we loved it. It was a technicolor world.
The city of Los Angeles sent out letters informing the people of Chavez Ravine that Bishop and Loma, that they were in the process of wanting to build a low housing project area in the neighborhood, and the land was just prime for that. And they solicited with the thought of building all these homes, which we would be given first privilege to buy into it. Second of all, that there would be like 3 major supermarkets. The other thing too, the park would be equipped with a zoo. The list just goes on and on. I can't remember all the details on it.
I was home with my tia Agapita when the knock came on the door. And the man came. I know now that that man was likely Frank Wilkinson. Frank was the person with Los Angeles City that was in charge of delivering all of these things. My tia Agapita was bilingual, but she wasn't any kind of resistance to anybody coming and telling her that there was no choice. I sat there and I watched him deliver the papers, and he left. It was really quick. And then he left. And immediately she hit the telephone, calling the tios, the tias in tears, just absolutely devastated.
And as far as the Dodgers, to me, personally, myself, a lot of people might disagree with me. I personally don't blame them. The thing that hurts, from my point of view, as far as the Dodgers, is they never recognized the families that were displaced, show some kind of recognition for what they went through.
We were Americans. That generation was American. My grandfather, not so much. He came from Mexico, spoke mostly Spanish, but the family was fluently bilingual. They read newspapers, and they knew what was coming. And the way it was portrayed to the family, as I remember, was that there was really no choice. You need to move now. And pretty much 98% of the people moved out in '51, except for a few people that stayed, and then there was that horrible thing that happened in '57.
So forcibly, they ended up taking the homes forcibly, and as I mentioned, carrying my prima hermana down the stairway, which made all the headlines on it. That memory is engraved in your mind because of the injustice that was done under the pretense of eminent domain. That's where it hurts, you know.